Hey friends, today I want to share with you 5 really key mindset shifts that will change or can change your life. Honestly, if you apply them, they will change your life. But they can change your life, is the point. These mindsets are so crucial because basically your success in life, regardless of what you put your mind to do, is determined by your mindset. And as Christians, this is really important. And it's in line with biblical principles because God talks about the fact that out of the abundance of the heart, so the mouth speaks. And what we think inside, how we think, affects our life. And so it's really, really important to understand this and to do this and make sure that our mindset is set up in a way that will be successful and honoring to the Lord. So if you're constantly making excuses, complaining, focusing on what you wish you had, you're never going to get anywhere in life. You're not, as a Christian or as just a person in the world. But if you take ownership of your choices and your actions and you decide to be joyful and focus on what you can do right now, you're going to find success because you can only control you. So I'm going to share with you 5 mindset shifts that are essential to living the most successful, joyful life you can. All right. And number 5 is the most important. So make sure that you stick around for that because number 5 is a game changer. When you get that one in your mind, it's a game changer. All right. So mindset shift number 1 is change begins with me. Okay. You can only change you. You can't change your spouse. Can't change your kids, can't change your roommate, you can't change your boss, you can't change anyone around you. You can only change you. And when you start making changes and sticking to them and being faithful to them, you will find that the situation and the circumstances around you start to change too. So change begins with you. And so you need to think that change begins with me. Because, again, you can't control how others react, but you can control yourself. And how you respond to a situation dictates what happens next, right? It becomes this cycle situation. So control yourself. Decide how you're going to respond and hold that attitude of change begins with me. So if I want to stop the cycle of getting in fights with my husband, I'm just not going to get into a fight. I'm not going to respond in a way that elevates the situation. If I want my kids to start listening to me, well, change begins with me. I'm going to start cleaning up my room and lead by example to show them what a clean room looks like. Right? Number 2, I am 100% responsible for my life. It goes hand in hand with change begins with me, but it is a little different, right? So I am 100% responsible for me. You are in charge of you. So you get to decide. You get to decide what your life is like. You get to decide how you're going to respond to things. You get to decide what you say yes and no to. You decide. You are responsible for your choices. See, there's no room for the victim mindset in a successful life. If you want to live a life that is successful and joyful and peaceful, you need to understand that you are in charge of you. No one can make you do anything. No one can even make you feel a certain way. You entirely are in control of your own feelings and your own choices. Period. So that is another really crucial mindset to have. Number 3, the definition of failure is giving up. Another way to say this would be falling is not failing. Okay? The definition of failure is giving up. See, when people fall, they tend to stay down and say, I guess that's not for me. See, no. You only fail when you fall and refuse to get back up and try again. Anyone who's successful in any way, shape, or form, your definition of success, the only reason that they're where you want to be and you're not is because they chose to get up more times than you. They fell just as many times. They just chose to get up. So are you going to let that be? Are you going to stay down? Or are you going to decide to get up? You never know when this was the last time. This was the last time I fell, and now I'm going to get up and I'm going to actually get what I want. So the definition of failure is giving up, and falling is not failing. Number 4, there is no such thing as perfect, except Jesus. Jesus is the only one who's perfect, guys. That's it. There's no such thing as perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. No one on this earth is perfect. Okay? But so many of us get caught up in this idea of being perfect and wanting to be perfect. And we get stuck in something called perfection paralysis, right? That whole idea of I can't do it perfect, so I'm not going to do it at all. Well, then guess what? You failed. No one ever fails by trying, because they keep getting up, right? Like, whole definition of failure is giving up. So if you keep trying, you keep going, you're going to succeed eventually. But there is no such thing as perfect. There's always going to be something that you could do better. There's always going to be that extra pound to lose. There's always going to be that, I don't know, that little corner that's a little cluttered. There's always going to be the thing that you watch your video and go like, oh my gosh, I said 5 times. There's always going to be something. There's always room for improvement. Always. Always, 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 always. So you're never going to be perfect, so quit trying to be perfect. Do the best you can and be satisfied with that so that you can keep growing. Okay? See, perfection paralysis happens when you're so focused on being perfect that you don't do anything. And if you don't do anything, you stay stuck for the rest of your life. And that's no fun. You don't want to live that way. So this goes hand in hand. I love this mantra from one of my mentors. She says, sloppy success beats perfect failure. Sloppily succeeding is always better than perfectly not doing it. Right? So that is number 4. Now, number 5, this one is so crucial. Breakthrough doesn't happen overnight. So many people think like, oh, I was perfect on my diet yesterday and I gained a pound. Oh no, I must not work. Oh my gosh, I worked out yesterday. I must have lost weight. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, I decluttered all day yesterday. Why is my house not perfectly clean? Whatever, right? We put in some effort and then wonder why things still aren't perfect. Well, here's why. Breakthrough doesn't happen overnight. Breakthrough. Okay, if you think about it, there's a wall between you and your success. And you have to keep pounding on it. Keep pushing on it. Keep breaking at it. Hitting at it. Pushing at it. Whatever you need to do to break through it. One kick isn't going to bring the wall tumbling down. 2 kicks typically isn't going to bring the wall tumbling down. It's going to take daily, consistent pushing to finally break it through and break it down. So if you can be patient, right? All of these kind of tie in together. Understand that life isn't perfect. You're not going to get it perfect. There's going to be times when you fall. But when you fall, it doesn't mean you failed if you get back up. You only fail if you stay fallen. Right? When you realize that it's 100% your responsibility to make the life you want to live. It's 100% your responsibility to change. You can only change you. You can't change others. When you realize all of those things, all in conjunction, change begins with you. It's your responsibility to change you. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Perfect. There is no such thing as perfect. Failure only happens when you don't get back up. And breakthrough doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. When you can own all of those thoughts together, really believe it and follow through on that and stay consistent in pursuing whatever goals it is that you have, fighting sin, getting a clean house, getting a promotion at work, building a business, whatever it is that you're doing, if you can put those things together, really believe those 5 mindsets, you will eventually meet whatever that goal is. And it's beautiful. So friend, what are you going to do today? How are you going to keep these mindsets before you? There's a couple of different things that you can do. You could write them down somewhere you're going to see them every day to remind yourself of these mindsets of success until they really just are a second nature to believe for yourself. You can make an affirmation, a recording of yourself saying these to yourself every day. I am 100% responsible for my life. Failure, the definition of failure is giving up. There's no such thing as perfect. Get these into your brain, hold on to them, believe them, and act on them, and your life is going to change eventually. All right, friends, so if this was an encouragement to you, please hit the like and subscribe button. The subscribe button shows me that you like these videos and you want me to keep making more. And if you found it even particularly helpful, please share it with your friends so that they can be encouraged as well. All right, have a beautiful day, friends. Bye.